Last week we discovered another picture-perfect Fijian island with the nicest of locals, Manor Island. This week, with the end of cyclone season within sight, we decide to move ever so cautiously away from the well-protected cyclone rivers and head south towards the Coral Coast. The name of it is Waiama, yeah? Vananui. Vananui? Vananui? No! If you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe in order to sail the world with us.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you? Well, today we are going on a bit of an ordinary old day sail down to a place called Kuvu. We are currently in Musket Cove, an island called Malulu, just about 5 miles off Fiji's mainland, Viti Levu. Been receiving these northerlies, which we don't get in winter season, when we don't get in on season. So right now it's hurricane season, so you have a lot of wind coming from everywhere. And today we're going to go to a place which we have never been to before. Yeah, exciting. And our friends had just come back from there and they said it's brilliant down there. We're going to try to escape this rain and this weather and head south. Yeah, it's been raining all through the night and this morning, but we're going to go out anyway and try to catch some wind and see how that goes. It's just, was it 30 nautical miles down there? So it's not that big of a sail. We don't have too much wind. I think it's about something like 9-10 knots. So there may be a spinnaker being put up. We haven't done that in the rain before, so that'll be interesting. I've kind of set up the pole ready for it. Okay. We'll have a look at the squalls, see how the wind is when we get out there, and hopefully we can do 4 or 5 knots down to Kuvu. Hey. Hey. Look at that. Hey, that sounds good, hey?
Let's do it. Hello, Captain.
What's going on? We're going,
your new boots?
I'm going full glow stick. Yeah, I bought these boots in Australia while I was home. They're meant to be sailing boots. So the difference between these and normal gum boots is the soles are completely white. So it's not meant to mark the boat up too bad. Okay. We've been hanging around this area for the last months, and we need to get away. Yeah.
So I just pulled out the anchor and now we are just puttering out of this bay here. The anchor was full of sand. And yesterday there was a squall came through. It was gusting up to 35 knots from really out of nowhere. It's really good to see the anchor is it's doing its job. It was really dug in there.
How are you?
Are we sailing?
We are sailing. We're just exiting the heads. We've got Cloudbreak on our left. Restaurant's just behind us. We're not going as quick as we'd like. I went to put up the spinnaker, but I haven't put the spinnaker halyard back in the right place. We used it a lot to redo the whole rig and I haven't put it back in the right place. So I could use it, but it'd be a bit of a risk, a bit of chafing risk. So we're not going to do that today. We're just going to sail on the head sail and the main sail. At the moment we're wing on wing, about 13-14 knots from behind us. I'm giving us some apparent power of about 10 knots, 9 knots. Very happy, very happy. The sun has come out, the rain gear has gone off. Very much excited to see a new part of Fiji.
Hi guys, I just prepared some lunch for us. I'm sorry I didn't film the process. I had a hard time even being down here. As you can probably tell, there's a bit of wave. We're just on the other side of the reef, so Cloudbreak is just over there, so we're getting hit with these big rolly waves. They're big and rolly, but they're still waves. I just prepared some nachos, and we don't have a lot of greens, so it's not gonna look amazing. I really wish we were close to a cheap supermarket that had good, fresh, organic, locally produced greens, but that's not the case, sadly. So yeah, just work with what we have, what I have. Just quickly show you. Avocado, cabbage, and some red onion. And here I just made a pot of what's basically vegan chili. Lentils, black beans, corn. And there's a Karen.
Hey darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey darling,
And there you go.
we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now.
Woo.
Nice.
Damn, baby. Whoa. The AIS has picked up 2 boats, so we did organise to go sailing with another vessel. We don't actually know their name of their vessel. We know Ollie and don't know her name. Mariana?
Mariana?
Mariana? Sorry Mariana if I got that wrong. So they're coming up our rear. The AIS is reading them at 39 feet, so that should be exactly right. And we've got one coming in front of us, which are going to cross us. So he's probably motoring upwind. Skabenga.
Okay.
Skabenga. And the wind has finally turned it on today. We've got 17 knots of apparent power from behind us. Probably a true wind of, let's say, 21, 22 knots. We're wrapping around the southwest side of Fiji. Sorry, just got to get my bearings. And yeah, the wind is kind of wrapping around this corner of the island, so it's really kicking the wind into gear. We are going to lose it, I think, as we come around towards Kuvu, which is where we're going, and it should disappear completely, I think, once we get into the anchorage, which is good for when you want to put down anchor. We are flirting with the line of poling out the head sail on the other side. The head sail is kind of flapping about every now and again. It's been this way all day, where the wind is kind of wrapping around the island and we're also wrapping around the island. So the direction of wind is really kind of wrapping around as we're wrapping around, and it's annoying, but it's still good because we're still sailing quite fast. It'd be lovely if it would just stick to one direction and we could really sail at 120 and then 90 and then maybe even like 80 and 70 degrees to the wind. But it's alright, we're still going quite quick and I can't complain.
Wow, that's close.
My darling,
G'day.
how are you?
I'm good.
How's this sail going for you?
Oh, it's good now. We got wind, but we do have the waves. They're big and rolly, but they're quite uncomfortable as well, especially when you're downstairs trying to make some food. But no, it's good. Could do a bit of sun. But no, I'm happy.
It's been a bit cloudy all day, hasn't it?
Yeah.
At least it's not raining. Yeah. And what are you reading?
I'm reading the memoirs of a woman from the late 1700s arriving in Australia.
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 Australia. Wait, what's the
sail.
Australian way of saying it?
Australia.
Australia.
I'm not allowed to say that from Karen.
You're not in there yet.
Trying to wake up from a dream is harder than it seems. Birds are flying all around, some fall and hit the ground. This is where I should belong, inside a simple song.
and the anchor has just been put down. We've reversed on it to about 2,000 revs just to really set it and make sure we're not going anywhere. We had a really bad storm last night, so we want to be sure with these. We had 35 knots come through, and it's a little bit uncomfortable when you're in a deep anchorage. Luckily we're in 7 meters of depth right now. Isabelle's put out about 35 meters of chain, and I am a happy captain. There is a little surf break just off the entry here, so I'm going to go check it out. I couldn't see any makeable waves, but maybe there might be one every 20 minutes or so. We'll see.
Maybe there'll be more tomorrow.
Maybe, yeah. But best not to risk it. I'll go out today and tomorrow, just in case.
Okay. What about tonight? What about at like 2 p.m?
I could stay at 2 p.m. That was an hour ago.
We just had a sail.
How was your sail, baby?
Oh, it's okay. Yeah, it was good.
It was okay, it was good?
Yeah, I'm having a bit of an off day today. I spent most of the sail reading. Had cooked them dinner. And yeah, I'm happy to be here. This looks great. New little spot.
Yep.
We heard of our friends that it was rolly, but
it's calm as.
Yeah, it's good.
You can see a little wave coming under us, but it's not affecting the boat, is it?
And a little river in there. I wanna have a dinghy ride in there.
You wanna have a dinghy ride in there?
Yeah.
Alright, we'll go for a dinghy ride in there.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're motoring. We're out of here.
We had a very quick one-night stop in this. Where are we? Kuvu.
Kuvu. Yeah. Where are we going, baby?
We're going 26 miles to a spot where you can surf. So I've had a surf yesterday afternoon. I've had a surf this morning, and I'm a very happy chappy. It's time to find Isabelle some surf.
Yeah. So it broke on very shallow reef. That's why I didn't go out. So our friends told us there's a spot east of here. There are some better waves that I could also surf. So that's where we're heading, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think I've told you, but we were given/bought a board, a second-hand board from a Australian family, and they just wanted a bottle of wine for it. So I'm super happy. It's tiny Mel, would you say? 8'2".
Yeah, it's like a mini Mal.
Yeah.
Almost a Mal.
Yeah. So I'm really keen to try that out. It's my first fiberglass board, so it's very exciting. And the wind's in our favor, kind of. So how many knots is it now in here?
In here we've got 11, 12.
Oh yeah. We'll scoot over there quite nicely.
We're just passing this break, which I've been on all morning. Unfortunately, the wind kind of came up and really flattened it down. But I've had a great bit of surf here in Kuvu. Nobody else is out. I'm completely on my own. Hit the reef a couple times, but other than that, I am a happy chappy.
And we couldn't film it because our GoPro is currently not working.
Yes, our GoPro is completely dead. We've got a new one on order. It's going to come in the next week or two, and we should be getting that underwater crisp action again. How about this? We have the last day of wind for the next week, and we are using it to get to one of the greatest surfing grounds on the south side of Fiji. I am told. I haven't been there myself, but I am told it is spectacular. There is a spot for Isabelle to surf, so she's just kind of, you're good babe, you're really good, but there's a lot of advanced breaks around here. And we've been told about this one that Isabelle can surf on quite easily, which is going to be it's going to be good because we've got about 4 or 5 days of like no wind. and that's really good for the surf because when there's no wind, the surf generally is nice and glassy and smooth, and very much looking forward to seeing this place out. The name of it is Vaiama, yeah? Vananui.
No.
Vananui?
Vananiu.
Vananui? Vananui?
No!
Like always here on Merriweather, we are struggling with the names.
Vananiu Bay. We're sailing to Vananiu Bay.
Vananiu Bay. Vananiu.
Yes.
We're not going so well with these Fijian names, are we?
It's hard. It's really hard.
By the time we get used to like the Central American names, we move on to French Polynesia.
Yeah.
By the time we get used to the Polynesian names, we move on to Fiji.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're always changing.
Yeah. Oh, it's fun. I like it. We should be better at pronouncing them, I reckon. Anyway.
So we've just put the wing on wing action out. It was kind of like we were heading at our destination, and the more we wrap around at the bottom of Fiji, the more the wind likes to come from behind us. So in the last 20 minutes, yeah, we've just put the pole out and poled the head sail out. So now we're wing on wing, and we've got about 5 knots of boat speed with about 13 knots of apparent wind from behind us, which is not complaining. We're going to our destination. We should be there before dark, hopefully, if this wind keeps up. And yeah, I've got the zinc on. I've been surfing all morning and I'm quite sunburnt. This Fijian sun is just annihilating I thought I was pretty weathered for the sun, but Fiji's another level. The wind died off coming from our west, and as it was dying off we saw these rain clouds in front of us, and actually the winds kicked in from the east. So we've just kind of run out of that decent wind we've had all morning, and now we are well and truly motoring into the clouds and the rain. Nay. 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 When Isabelle spots dolphins, just goes nuts. What is it, baby? Dolphins! Dolphins! On your phone? The little baby ones. Oh, that little baby Pliny.